Okay. What's going on, everyone? It's your favorite racing, fighting, and role-playing gaming Jackal Goddrifter here, and welcome back to another Car live stream. This live stream season 2, number 4. And before we even get started, what I am gonna do first is actually change the wheels to what it's supposed to look like in the first place, because though I don't mind the the actual rims itself. Uh, Normally when it comes to cars like um, these type of cars, they usually have like this. Um, they usually have like this flat paint. That's basically what it is. All right, there you go. Now we can actually get started. All right, so for today we're doing some doing some Class 5 cars. So this time instead of 9, we're doing 10 cars. So basically, we're doing the S15, the JZX 100, the the Toyota Supra JZX90, no, JZA 80. You're doing the S550 Mustang, uh, the BMW M4 F80. We're doing the GTR R35. We're doing the Zismo, aka the G70Z Z34. We're doing the Presidio, the Nomad, and last but certainly not least, we're doing the Grace GT. So literally, that is that is two, two European cars, one American car, and plenty of Japanese cars to go through. So without further ado, let's get started with the Spectre RS. I haven't driven this car in a while, so I seem a little bit rusty. That's probably the reason why. And I sincerely apologize for not streaming a little bit earlier than usual. Um, but don't worry. Once it hits like an hour, and basically once it hits the 2 hour mark, then I'll probably end the live stream from there. Okay. Now, so for those who are wondering what this livery is based off, it's based off of the legit RSR S15 that is driven in Japan's Formula Drift. So there's that. I had two ideas that I want to go with. One of which was this. The other one was the HKS S15, and then there was the Knob S15. So yeah, that's basically all. That's basically the three S15s I was about to go with. And as you can probably tell, all three of them were exactly as what you think. They're all red. So um, there's that. Okay, so that's good enough for me, basically. Uh, okay. So before I do anything else, um, hmm. Yeah, basically, I did. There's one thing I know for sure is that. Oh, let me try that. You know, don't wheel. I don't freaking care. So everything is like up into the linearity. I knew it. My freaking. Yep, it's my. I knew it. If I put in too much dead zone, then it's gonna make it not driftable for the most part. Alright. So this is basically the last week of September, and then October. You probably gonna notice my YouTube logo changing. So yeah, for those who are wondering, I'm going to have a new logo, and I'm going to have a Halloween version of said logo to be on the channel. So that way it'll be a lot easier to be like, okay, so he's doing a Halloween thing. And the logo will be drawn by yours truly. So yeah, there's that. Oh, excuse me. Hmm. Alright, so basically, I'm going to change vehicles every 15 minutes, but every single topic is going to change every 30 minutes. So, those are new. I usually talk about things like certain topics in the channel. So there's that. Anyway, so long story short, I have three things to talk about. Originally it was racing cliches, vehicle history, um, and then in a child game in a nutshell. Unfortunately, due to the fact that I ran out of games to talk about when that I played as a kid, I usually talk about something that is a bit different, aka a vehicle in a nutshell and what the drivers are like. uh, so, most likely, a lot of these things are gonna make you cringe, it's gonna make your butt hurt, or you're gonna laugh your butt off because of how true that mess is. So, let's go have some fun. Alright. Alright. Okay. I think I was fair. I was wrong. I was trying to keep up with the other driver to the point where I didn't realize that fourth gear was legit messing me up. Alright. Alright, alright. I actually need to eat my food, so it's gonna take a couple of minutes. Who knows? Alright. And 15 minutes is up. Time to switch to another vehicle. So guys, I'll be right back. I'm back. And I apologize if you hear background noises. That is my fam. Oh, excuse me. Oh boy. And our second vehicle is Gt350, aka the what game is this? This is Goddrifter. It is available for PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X/S, PS4, PS5, and I think last time at least Nintendo Switch. So, well, no, it's not my bad. It's not available on next-gen consoles. You can actually download it via backwards compatibility, but this game is available in PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. That's not on PS5. No, you can actually play this on PS5. Like, no joke. It's available through via backwards compatibility. All you do is search for it, and then boom. To be completely honest, I usually don't talk about politics in my live streams, like at all. In fact, I actually have that mess out of my, I literally leave that mess out of my live stream, so there's that. Besides, it's freaking 2022. It's literally like until like what, literally 2 more years. Alright. Gas station on the wrong thing I do. I know, it's just that it's because like I know he like keep in mind haven't registered to vote yet, which is honestly quite surprising. Like, it makes absolutely no sense, but I'll probably will register in the next couple of weeks, so possibly like around October, like literally like early October, that way I can actually finally vote for someone. But then again, it depends on the person, because you never know what could be possibly happening. Oh, dear God! Oh, freaking GX100. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So in terms of today's racing cliches, I usually do actually do talk about something that is racing game related, and then it's supposed to be a real life thing, and then this happens with video games as well. So yeah, usually that kind of happens. Son of a good. Thanks, but this car is not really difficult to drift. It's basically the problem with it is that even though yeah, it's long wheels, which makes it easier. The fact that every time you use third gear, it's like it is a very slow response in terms of the actual like drift switch. So I really have to use my handbrake to actually get into a specific angle. And not to mention I'm big in gears. I'm surprised I haven't broken transmission yet. My goodness. I mean, I actually don't mind if I actually buy this car. But then again, people gonna be really confused. Like, yo, why in the world are you driving from the other side? It's like this car's imported. like this is no Lexus. This is actually a legit Toyota. Used the new Toyota. I don't know. I used the new Silvia. I don't know if it's gone. It should still be in the should still be there. Oh snap, okay, so and switching, because like I said, every 15 minutes I switch cars, every 30 minutes I talk about a different topic. So today's racing cliche is actually something that many people didn't know that existed. For those are wondering for those that are anime fans that may have or may not have watched Initial D, there are two different types of racing. There is the toge, and then there is the highway circuit. Today we're talking about the highway circuit. So what the heck's a highway circuit? Well, essentially it's kind of like this. In Japanese games such as Tokyo Stream Racer and actually Tokyo Stream Racer, Walking at Midnight and such, there's a thing called and I'm not joking when I say this, there's a thing called the shoot, I keep on forgetting what it's called. It's actually called a highway circuit. Now, for those wondering, the highway circuit or Wangan is actually a real life highway that actually is completely straight. It's to the point where you can actually go more than 200 kilometers an hour in a couple of minutes. And keep in mind, there is actually another thing that actually happened, and keep in mind this highway is actually real. So so for those wondering how fast you can actually go, well, along this dodging traffic, you actually had a chance of going around 300 kilometers an hour. And that's just smoking a god himself. Going 30 kilometers an hour in his famous RB powered Toyota Supra. No joke, that car actually has an RB26 attached. That car, he was basically the NT2JZ person. Like he had a he has an RB and a different, it seems a 1GZ in both Supras. So literally, long story short, his first speed record vehicle they did the Wangan with was Toyota Supra. His second run was a V12 powered, and I'm not, yeah, no joke, that thing is V12 powered, and it's a Toyota Supra. And it also has that infamous body kit that he has in the car. But don't worry, that is a legit thing. So there's that. What else is there? Oh yeah, there's also what's that called? There's also his record-breaking Nissan Skyline Gt350. Gt350 GT350 coupe, and that car is legit VA swapped. So it's basically a Infiniti G35. Sorry for that. Basically, it's a G35 with a what's that called? Yeah, it's a G35 with a VK45DE, or actually not VK45, it's a VK56DE that made around 700 horsepower, and it's naturally aspirated. Oh god, and the lag is kicking in. Anyway, so the Wangon actually is sort of like a test of how fast the car is going. Even though that mess kind of have been shut down for quite some time, even though a lot of people still doing it, which makes absolutely no sense. And that is actually to the point where video games actually started to recognize this highway as pretty much a speedy type of track for the most part. Kind of like Stage Route X from, oh god, sorry about that. Kind of like Stage Route X from Gran Turismo 7 or Gran Turismo 5 and Gran Turismo 6, I guess. Yeah, kind of like that. But either way, it was very interesting to say the least. So yeah, long story short, the Wangon is figuratively and literally is let's see, longer than the freaking Golden Bridge. Like, no joke. Like, the thing is longer than the Golden Bridge in San Francisco. Even more so than London Bridge. This is, it's not even a bridge, it's a highway, which is the thing. A lot of people didn't know that a lot of people race on highways. But, it depends on the person, of course. Well, yeah, there are other places that's not the C1, such as the C1. Actually, the C1 is also an example. The C1 highway. It's like, okay, so a lot of people literally go racing that mess. It's like, okay, that totally makes sense. What else is there? There's also the time of, I think Midnight Club LA actually also had street racing on the highway. They were known as, oh god, highway racers. Oh dear god, it's the freaking lag spike, dear god. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so basically, long story short, long story short, this track is this type of track is actually known for having the biggest number of high speeds in all of history. In fact, there is an anime known as Wangon Midnight, which actually is based off of two types of things. One of which is the literal thing known as the Wangon Highway, and it is also actually loosely based on the Wangon, well, the Midnight Club. And for those who are wondering, what the heck? Wait, are you talking about a video game or something? No. The Midnight Club is actually a real-life car club that is exclusive to those that are, well, long story short, have a bunch of money and know how to drive. Yeah, it's not like nowadays where a lot of people literally just like gather up and just do donuts all day. No, that's not how that works. Oh god, the lag. Okay. Oh my friggin' god. My god, a lot of people are joining. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it actually is very interesting to say the least. Oh god. Now, whoa, Jesus! I was gonna say, what was I? Oh yeah. So in terms of video game wise, the one gun is possibly one of the two tracks that a lot of people usually go for. The other one being the C1, but that's because it's literally just like, oh yeah, it's literally straight up top speed instead of like, oh yeah, let's go on the tollgate and let's see if we can actually dust me in the corners. Yeah, that's usually what it's called, tailgate racing. It's basically what it is. But don't worry, that'll be next week. So there's that. Anyway, so in terms of the pros and cons of actually adding a highway circuit, adding highway circuits on tracks is usually the moment where speed is no limit. Like no joke, unless there's traffic, of course. Well, yeah, on one hand, you actually have the biggest highway you could possibly think of, and you're literally going 150, 200, 250, 270 miles an hour in a very specific vehicle. Because, you never know, it actually could possibly happen that way. The cons is actually, well, traffic. Due to the fact that those two are basically, because the one thing that can mess you up in Tokyo Extreme Racer is strictly and literally traffic. It's basically, that is one of the things that actually, that's one of the only thing I didn't like about Tokyo Extreme Racer. It's the fact that the traffic can legit mess you up. Like it didn't just like you end up crashing into it. You literally you literally stop to a halt, like no joke. Like Jesus Christ, 11 people. So for you future racing game developers, that oh Jesus Christ. And it's the reason why I have my stuff stiffened basically. Instead of like oh yeah, I was gonna use the body weight as my advantage. I'm done. Anyways, so yeah, for you future racing game developers that wanted to make a highway circuit type of video game, then yeah, just be sure that it's room enough to actually dodge through traffic and players that don't hit anything, of course. But I have one other thing to say. I don't know why developers in racing games these days don't even made a Tokyo-esque type of racing game where it's like, oh yeah, you got the Tokyo on one hand and you got the one gun on the other, which that would have made a lot more sense. But no, it's all about the big microtransactions and oh yeah, like how many searches we get for a game like that. Okay. Yeah, I'm about to like switch in like 2 minutes. Let's see, how many? Jesus. Okay. Alright, let's see. Someone is, okay, yeah, someone's literally drifting a a Grand Cherokee. Okay, and that's an. Is that the R32? Oh my God, it's the R32. That's sick. All right. They got an IS, and then we got a Ford Mustang. You got a 180. Got a Subaru. Ooh, okay. Oh wait, never mind. I was like, wait, what kind of Supra is that? And then like, oh, that's the top secret Supra, basically. And then you got oh yeah, not 34. Basically not 34 just car. And then you got a M3. Okay, that plenty of sense. All right. Okay, I'm down from on my lap basically. And then I'll switch cars. Oh jeez. Oh my God! Oh Jesus! Oh, holy! Wait, why is everyone going that way? My goodness! My God! Oh Jesus! All right. Oh God! And I'm yeah, okay. All right, I'm good. Oh snap! Okay, so yep, switching cars. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Like, what am I supposed to switch cars? Oh yeah, it's been 45 minutes switching cars. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I apologize. And for those that are wondering, I think that car is permanently there. The new Sylvia that's on there that's just been added recently. I think that's supposed to be permanently there. Unless you don't see it. Anyways, up next it is the one and only Mustang Gt350. And before I do anything else, let me change the wheels real quick. Do, 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 do. No, that's not it. Well, looks like going all the way back to back to stock. Going all the way to the stock wheels for the most part. There we go. Yep, that's the wheels I'm looking for. Alrighty then. It's time for me to do this. Alright. So, yeah, that's basically the one thing I know for sure. It's the fact that, it's end up more people will be like, okay, so what's happening with this car now? Alright, back with another car. This time it is the Mustang, which is car number 4 for this live stream. So, there's that. Anyways, the cars I pick are, they're not random. That's one thing I can say. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Alright. My God, guard. There we go. My goodness, why in the world am I in fifth gear? Really makes no sense. Alright, and there goes the Grand Cherokee. Oh my God. My goodness. Oh God. Thanks, Skyline. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Sorry, Skyline. My God. Hmm. I think the lower the gear, the wider. Not wider. The less. Oh God. God dang it! Can I get? Like I'm trying to get back to the track. Yeah, it's not letting me. I probably to let me do something real quick with the Mustang, because not only that I noticed that the car is literally like is turning in more than it should be, but the wheels on the car is not supposed to be that small. I think the car is on 18s. I think that's what it is. Either that or on 17s. This car is on 19s. Okay, so it's just the fact that to great. Well, looks like going with a stagger setup. 20s in the front, 21s in the rear. Doesn't look that bad. That looks really good. Oh yeah, before I do anything else, I'm going to um, raise the height by 6 inches, and yeah, we should be good. Now, what's going to do? Oh yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's every 15 minutes. So literally, every 15 minutes, I'm gonna be switching cars. So 15, 30, 45, 60. So yeah, basically only have like what 9 minutes until 8 minutes until I have to switch to a different vehicle. Oh God. All right. Oh God. Okay. Oh God. All right. say? Uh, this is actually so here's the hints. This car was the second vehicle to receive a red badge from Honda, and the car itself is the close cousin of the. Oh, okay, no. Actually, let me try that again. And god dang it, come on! Can you not do that? Can you not do that internet while I'm still streaming this? Now what was I saying? Oh yeah. So basically, this is actually the second car that this Honda received the red badge from, and it's one of the many front-wheel drive cars that Honda actually made. And not to mention, there is a US version and there's a Japanese version. And last but not least, it goes by Acura in the States, while in the US, this is in the US is actually known as an Acura, but in any other world, in any other country, this is known as a well, long story short, it is a Honda. And last certainly not least, these type of cars are actually getting harder to buy. So yeah, that's your hints. Oh jeez, sorry about that. My god, work with me here, Mustang, come on. Dear God, okay. Whew, alright then. Alright then. Is that a... hold on. Oh, also Laurel, okay. I've not seen anyone drift that, like, ever. Like, the only time I've seen those is if it's like either a VIP build or it's like a drift missile. Well, that is basically a clean looking, yeah, that's a clean looking Laurel. Like, my god. Oh god. Sorry, Laurel. Alright, so basically, so yeah, basically it's gonna be a final hints. So basically, so let me recall the hints. This is the second Honda that's received a red badge. This is one of the many of the front-wheel drive cars Honda actually has produced. In the US, is known as an Acura, but in the world, and it's Honda. And not to mention, these are getting really hard to buy these days. So oh yeah, and here's your final hint. Um, these usually came with a K20. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, oh yeah, so those already know what it is. Uh, leave a comment down below. But I'm going to get started on actually before I'm doing sounds. Let me switch cars, and I'm going to talk about the car I'm talking about. So today's vehicle history, you're going to be taking a look at the Honda / Acura Integra. So so here's how this happened. When the first ever Integra came out, it was basically on its first generation. Like, no joke. The car came around in the 1980s along with the Prelude, and let's just say that the car itself wasn't that much desiring to begin with. Like, keep in mind this was the 1980s, so many of the cars that are around that time usually have the better looks. But unfortunately, due to the fact that the Integra actually was another chassis thing for a while, it finally became its own thing. So yeah, the Honda / Acura Integra came around in the 1980s, specifically around 1987. Now, for those who are wondering, around 1987, this is where the economical boom in Japan actually happened, and we got many cars to play with. S12s, 300ZXs, Celicas, Supras, you name it, they got it. So unfortunately for Honda, that's the design it came up with, and not to mention the car, has a bubble, even though it has a bubble windshield. It also came with fixed headlights, which around the time was not a good look, because everybody and their mom actually wanted pop-ups. So they decided to go with the Prelude instead. But this all changed when the 90s hit. And when the 90s hit, the Integra came in two different variants. There is the Integra, and then there's the Integra LS, and then there's the Integra DX. Basically, long story short, in the US, we have a different front fascia than what Japan had. And when it comes to Acura, let's just say that its looks are long to be desired. And if I was wondering, okay, what do you mean by that? As in, the car. Okay, so here's the thing. Back in the 1990s, the Integra came with quad headlights. Yeah, quad headlights, not quad taillights, not quad exhaust, quad freaking headlights. Like, they're trying to make this new muscle car, and then they just did something wrong. While in Japan, they got the really slick, good-looking headlights, and we were like, okay, why in the world did we get the bat end of the stick? And fixing it literally is because of one thing only. Basically, the financial crisis. So, unfortunately for us, the Integra didn't last long, but it was one of those cars that, well, long story short, we actually we legit actually, when it comes to the US and the tuner scene, we legit front end soft these things to the Japan variants, and it's to the point where literally you can't go one look without the quad headlights. So yeah, everybody in the world actually is solving the JDM variant of the Integras, and yeah, it's basically kind of like that for the most part. So long story short, this is kind of like the Sylvia of Hondas. they're, you know, yeah, they're reliable and all, but a lot of people just front end swaps everything from the Del Sol to the Integra to even the Civic even. But yeah, it was very interesting to say the least. The car itself is one of those cars that you didn't expect to actually have that much customization, but that's probably what it is. The car has that much customization to a point where every single Acura is completely different from one another. Wait a minute. That is very inaccurate. The car is supposed to have a freaking 7-speed. What in the road is doing with a 6? Oh wait, never mind. It's a 6-speed dog box. That's basically what it is. Oh god. So anyway. So, the car did pretty well in Japan, but in the US, it did somewhat good, but unfortunately, due to the fact that it's Acura, of course, they actually, in fact, at one point, the US even got a Type R. Yeah, out of all the Type Rs we get, the Integra Type R, well, not the NSX Type R, was our first Type R in the US that is not an NSX. Even though we're supposed to get the Honda Civic Type R, unfortunately for us, we didn't get that. I don't know why, I don't know how, but that sort of ended up creating the tuner import scene in California, and yeah, a lot of imports usually was there, and yeah, this ranged from Civics, Integras, Preludes, Accords, S13s, S14s, Celicas, Supras, freaking RX-7s, and heck, even as simple as a, what's that called? Heck, even something as simple as a Acura Legend was in the tuner scene, as well as the NSX. And MR2. Man, a lot of cars over there back in the 1990s, but that's besides the point. Anyways, the 90s come and went, and here are the 2000s. And well, actually, here's the thing: the US and Japan actually had two different variants of the DC5. Yeah. So for the longest time, for those who do not know, the quad headlights had two different chassis codes: the DB8 and the DC2. The DB8, being the non-Type R model, is the one that a lot of people usually go for if they don't have Type R money. While the other one is known as the DC2. And the DC2s are usually basically, they cost a lot. That's all I'm gonna say. Ow. And not to mention that the car itself is pretty desirable for the most part. Anyway, so on to the 2000s with the DC5. And let's just say that the DC5, we kind of wish that the DC5 actually continued, because wasn't wondering, the DC5 was an Integra in all over the world except for the US. The DC5 in the US was called the Acura RSX, and there's two variants of them. There is the regular RSX, and then it's the RSX Type S, which is supposed to be our Type R, but is not as powerful, unfortunately. And not to mention, the car actually ended up at some point getting two facelifts. One of those facelifts actually actually takes out those the extra circles that are on the tail, on the headlights, and then boom, it's all sharp and stuff, which is the one I usually prefer. And not to mention, those cars usually make good first cars for some reason. Other guy. Thank you. But yeah. In terms of what year the R6 ended, it ran from 2002 all the way till 2008. And that is also when the stock market crash actually happened, and some of the cars, even though some major brands actually got, oh sorry about that, got completely discontinued. Unfortunately for some of the makers, a lot of the cars actually did get discontinued. Like for example, what's it called? For example, let's see, this is actually a good example. The RSX, and it was only available until 2008. The same thing with the NSX happened. And, oh god dang it. Okay. And there are some renderings on what the new Integra is supposed to look like. And it's like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like this two-door sports car. It's gonna be front-wheel drive, and it's gonna come with a boosted K20. And it's like, okay, I can't wait to see it. And around 2020, well, that's 2021, the Integra finally comes out, and let's just say that the fans are outraged on what it looked like. So, basically, long story short, the car is a four-door, which keep in mind that's also what, let's see, keep in mind the Integras came as four-door. This is a four-door hatch, not four-door sedan, four-door hatch, because when it comes to the DC, the DBA and DC2s, usually those type of cars usually came with usually a two-door or four-door. It depends on the car. But what I didn't expect is that, oh yeah, this is the new Integra, even though it looked exactly like an ILX. And for those wondering what the ILX is, this ILX is actually a entry-level Acura vehicle that came around in the early 2010s, and it's supposed to sell well. Oh, no, unfortunately it didn't. But yeah, that's supposed to replace the Integra and RSXs, which that didn't go so well for the most part. And so for those who are wondering, so yeah, basically in the exact same car scene, the DB8, DC2, and DC5 are basically the one and the only Hondas that were not Civics that you can actually modify, to the point where these are like show pieces. It's basically what it is. Oh god. Oh my god. But yeah, usually things like that usually kind of happens. But yeah, it's actually it's pretty interesting. So it is, god dang it. Okay, we're good. So in conclusion, the Honda / Acura Integra is one of those cars that if the game has a Civic, you can't go with Civic without the Integra. Which I do wish that, which I think Rockstar might add the Integra in the game pretty soon. Because I'm pretty sure like the original that is gonna be well, long story short, that's probably gonna be our last DLC for PS4 and Xbox One. That's just me. But then again, who knows? Oh snap! Speaking of who knows, time to switch to a different vehicle. And the M4 is car number 5, if I remember correctly. Alright, to answer your question, cool kid, yep, car's still here. So, don't worry about it. Anyways, Nissan GTI. In fact, let me grab a different livery. Ooh. Different livery for this, because who knows? Okay, so I need to make sure that I got the color right, because it's supposed to actually use this livery. Okay, so 01009 double F. Changes, no. Okay. When I was in... My goodness. 4, 3, 2... What the heck? Hold on. Okay. Is that it? Huh. Okay. Interesting. All right. 50,000. I think I have that wheel on every single car that I've had. So there's. But then again, this is actually a good looking wheel. What can I say? I'm a simple type of person. I see a good looking set of wheels. I hit like. And I'm gonna put them on. Wait, hold on. Ah, okay. I see what it is. All right. Hmm. All right. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't mind a. Oh God. Okay. So unfortunately, I can't use that one. Son of a kid. Yeah. Well, if it works, it works. Hmm. Okay. All right. So Scorp. Momo. Do 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 do. All right. All right. I see how it is. Okay. Okay, so we should be good to go. Alright. Now it's time for me to paint the wheels. Then we can actually take it back to the, what time is it? Oh, God. Hmm. Alright. And then... Matt. I think the chrome might work as well. Hold on. Yeah, I think the chrome actually worked. Okay. Now we can get back to the lobby at Bay. So let's see. So a minute, an hour and 23. Um, I'm actually going to be All right, time for me to talk about Actually, in fact, I have two for you guys because it is one thing that I like doing is actually, well, not like to do, but a lot of people usually stereotype a lot of these type of car owners. So yeah, there is that for the most part. I already know I'm gonna have like one lap of this because I was too busy changing car's look. Because I didn't like the look of the, I didn't like the look of my Ben Sopra's GTR. We're just going for it because it actually looks really good. Alright. Alright. Oh god. Ow. Car's okay. Okay, so basically 3 minutes at best, and I have to switch cars again. And let's talk about the next topic anyways. AKA, actually, yeah, not one, but two cars in a nutshell. So, yeah, it's gonna be one of those. Ooh, a Viper, okay. Alright, okay. Yeah, not gonna lie, that Viper actually looks really clean. Oh god. What? catching doors. Oh snap! And I have to change cars. And I time we talk about today's race. Like you're seeing, let's talk about today's the double special because why not talk about one car winning? I can actually talk about two. So today, all right, I hate to do this to you RX-7 owners, but I got get on y'all. So let's just say that you wanted to buy a sports car, right? You thought the Supra was too mainstream. You thought the GTR was just another Nissan Altima with a V6 and doesn't come with a manual. So you thought of any other process except I know I can buy an FD. Except the FDs nowadays are, well, unless you buy a junked version of it, which is usually the automatic, long story short, automatic non-turbo model, which usually is like the cheapest one. But yeah, let's just say they aren't the biggest fans. So basically right after you actually, drove the absolute mess out of it, blew the engine. Oh yeah, I'm going to LS swap it. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Mr. Swaps a Lot. Now, for those who are wondering, what the heck's a Mr. Swaps a Lot? Essentially, this is the type of person that will without a doubt swap a Corvette engine to an RX-7, even though the RX-7 the R in the name is the actual name of the car. It actually is an acronym. Basically, RX-7 is the Rotary Experimental 7. Basically, it's literally one of the many cars that is actually, rotary powered. But swapping an LS, it's like giving the prettiest girl in the entire world a full-on buff, and it's to the point where she's freaking OP. Yeah. But oh yeah, it's not just you LS swappers. Nah, we're talking the RV swappers that swap the rotary with the RVs. They swap rotary with 2 JZs even. Heck, I think someone actually swapped that 1 UZ engine into an RX-7. But that's besides the point. The car itself is not bad. Like, the RX-7 is great and all, but it's gonna swap in a rotary, do it with another rotary. Like, at least that makes sense. Unlike an LS or a 2JZ, because like, oh yeah, gonna absolutely destroy everybody. But then why in order to get walked on by a 400 horsepower FB? It's like, wait, what? Yeah, an FB. Yeah, FBs and FCs are basically just as popular. It's not a lot more attainable than an FD, because the FDs actually climb in price due to video games and movies. So yeah, for those who are wondering what I'm talking about, well, let's see, Dom's RX-7 from The Fast and the Furious, Orange Julius's RX-7 from Too Fast and Furious, the blue Silver Super and not the blue Super D, the blue RX-7, blue COS RX-7 from Tokyo Drift, the Hans RX-7 from Tokyo Drift. There were so many cars to the point where I'm like, Jesus Christ, can we even keep up with the cars that we have? Like, nope, no, we can't. But that is another thing. A lot, and don't get me wrong. Like, it's not that bad of a choice. But unfortunately for most people, wouldn't they actually, well, basically, other than videos and movies, like, don't the FC, the FB deserve much more? Like, now keep in mind, actually, it's not as bad as many people think it is, but what many people didn't realize is the fact that many YouTubers also is getting their hands on RX-7s now. Like, for example, TJ Hunt was his already RX-7. Mike was his own vision of his RX-7, which actually looks pretty good for what it is. And heck, someone as famous as the guy who swapped a 4-rotor onto this thing. Actually, it's like, okay, actually, it's like, okay, that's actually pretty cool. Like, a lot of people actually either got the rotors on it, or they got a rotary, but it's from a different car, which I'm proud. This is, and since I'm doing the double whammy, let's talk about the GTR, because I have not talked about that thing in a while. So, yeah. What's the deal with the GTR? Well, long story short, the GTR is one of the many cars that you normally don't see nowadays, and for good reason. A lot of these GTRs are being bought by YouTubers, but after then it was the Lamborghini Huracan. But before then, there was the GTR. Now, even though the GTR is a advanced machine, it's like you're trying to upgrade a PC for a lot more money than a legit PC itself. Monzy, come on, there you go. Now, what was I saying? Oh yeah, anyway. So, what do these people do? Well, let's see, long story short, wide-bodied bags, 1,000 horsepower, big wing, and 3-piece wheels. Yeah, that's totally how the cars like that. But, yeah, actually it's not that bad. And, also, I'm gonna do another one, because, I was legit kidding about the RX-7 thing. So, oh yeah, I'm sorry, but you Supra guys are not safe either. So, yeah, Toyota Supra, specifically the A80. Now, you guys like this car because of Fast and Furious. Others because of Need for Speed. Others, and the majority of the population like these because you can actually make easy power for with only a couple of mods and single turbo swapping them. So yeah, it's one of those that you love to hate them, but at the same time they're not bad looking. But then again, who am I to judge? And not to mention, it is to a point where it actually became a freaking stereotype. Like, oh, it's not super, it's not 1,000 horsepower, or oh my god, you have a Supra, yo, you have like 1,000 horsepower in there, or oh yeah, yo, you got a Supra, that's gotta be a lot of money for those mods. It's like, my guy, I'm only making like 650. I'm not trying to kill myself. Like, god dang. Like 650 is enough. If I want more power, I'll get more power. Just not to the point where I'm trying to blow the engine up. Like, I'm trying to keep this car reliable, not to the point where it's literally where it actually became a Ford. Fix or repair daily. You get what I'm saying? Anyways. So, yeah, the modified scene consists of, oh yeah, either a 1,000 horsepower car. That's, yeah, basically, obviously, you know, forget 1,000 horsepower. These are like 1,000 horsepower street cars. Like, I'm sorry, but if your car looks stock but has a air filter and the air filter in either part of the bumper's grill or the headlight, then it's considered a drag car. I'm sorry, but if it's stock looking and has some really nice wheels, then I'll give you guys the benefit of the doubt. But until then, you guys are freaking menaces to the sides. It's like Toyota. Well, it's like Toyota when Toyota bought their first pair of Air Force Ones, specifically black Air Force Ones, also has a do-rag, and yeah, it's like, yo, Supra, what? Here's 1,000 horsepower. Okay, wait, no, scratch that. Here's 2,500 horsepower. Alright, what do I do then? Just let them know how you feel. Got you. It's like, what the heck? Toyota, calm your boy over there. And I know I'm gonna say the same thing about We'll be like, yo man, wait a minute, what about the sky? And they basically did the same thing. But here's the thing between the the RB versus the 2J. When it comes to 1000 horsepower RVs, they're basically the calmest engines that you can possibly hear. With 2JZ with a 1000 horsepower 2JZ, you're basically hearing AK-47s all day. That's basically what you're hearing every single day. But yeah, and heck, some people actually even break the stereotype. Like, for example, some people make 500, 650, 750, to even like 800 horsepower, and it's actually is quick for what it is. And heck, some people even kept the Supra stock. And not to mention, there's even some people that actually bought the Supra just for show cars. I kid you not. Like, there are many people that actually going out of the way just so they can actually, you know, get what their money's worth. So that's basically what it is. It's like, okay, that's easily obtainable and actually not that bad. Yeah, it's kind of like that for the most part. What's up? Hey, welcome to the live stream. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so for those that like, okay, that doesn't make sense. Like, why would you want less power for a Supra? It's because I'm not sure. Because with Supras, they're basically and literally, they're basically like Porsche 911s. They're really unpredictable for what it is. That's basically what is. That's basically they think it's basically a Supra is basically a Porsche 911 if it has a straight six instead of a flat six, and make 1,000 horsepower. So yeah, that's basically the cars in a nutshell. So yeah, with the RX-7s, I was literally just playing around, like, let's see, what was the RX-7s? RX-7s are like, oh yeah, they actually swapping them like they're swapping intakes. Like, what in the world? And actually, here's the thing. It went from a car in a nutshell to a driver in a nutshell, basically. It's like, oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah, this is my RX-7. Like, wait, hold on a moment. That ain't right. Yo, rev it. Here's a V8. The thing's a V8. I'm sorry, we can't hang out with you. See ya. It's like, what the heck? Like, what did I do? It's like, dude, you saw the RX-7 mode. It's like, man, the rotaries. It's like, how dare you? Nah, I'm just messing with you guys, but that's besides the point. Like, even though, like, oh yeah, a lot of people that don't like these soft slots are literally the purists, the reliable purists. My goodness. But then again, it's your creativity. That's basically what all matters. I'm actually confused. What engine's in this car? Because I am honestly confused. Oh, excuse me. A22. Alright, so let's see. How many cars do I have left? Okay, so the Prestigio, the Nomad, and then the Grace GT. I probably would. I think I'm gonna end it from here because I don't know how long it's gonna take until. How long it's gonna be until the live stream gives me the black screen with the internet thing of death. So um, I think for next Monday I probably would continue on. Except I'm gonna add at least 4 more cars, which the 4 more cars is going to be the Carnage 7C, the Voodoo, the Shark GT, the Pageant GT, and last but certainly not least, the Space Knight. So literally, um, wait, no, actually, I'm going to, actually, hold on. So in terms of the vehicles, I have 3 left, but I don't know how long it's going to be until the stream gives me the black internet screen of death. But anyway, so for I think next Monday it will be I'm going to add at least like at least hold on, so Prestigo, Nomad GT, and the Grace GT. So I'm going to add 5 more cars. So that will be the Console GT, Carnage 7C, the Voodoo, the Shark GT, and last but not least the Shadow XTR. But anyway, that'll be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream. Leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. You want to see you next. You can follow me on Instagram at Goddrifter27 Productions. You can follow my Twitter at G27S. Certain least, you can check out Andrew over Discord at Goddrifter27 Productions. No, my bad. Goddrifter's Garage Museum. And last but certainly not least, if you're not into the racing games genres, I do have a couple Let's Plays. For those wondering, the latest Let's Play is Let's Play episode is episode 5 of Mortal Kombat X. And for those that are wondering, Goddrifter 2 is back, and you can actually check out part 16 for that. Anyway, without any further ado, hope you guys have a dope Monday. This is Goddrifter signing off. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.